All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. The honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there pushing the truth across the four corners of earth. All right, and then there you Akwaf, that's you sisters out there listening and learning, being obedient to your husbands as well. All right, I'm the brother Shaman from Great Millstone, Chicago. Back at it again. And here we go, another one. But this is basically what's going to happen as the word continues to grow, as the topic continues to grow. People are going to demonize us, especially Edomites. All of the sons and daughters of Satan are going to try to attack the gospel. All right, just like it happened before. We know there's nothing new under the sun. And in the time of the Roman Empire, in the school, they teach you how the Romans were such good people and they were so smart and ahead of their time, which, so some of those facts, they had a lot of technology, they had a lot of organization, their military, was able to pretty much conquer the known world, XYZ, but, the scriptures gives you an account for how the Romans dealt treacherously with the Israelites, all right? And then when you look up more accounts, you see more accounts of how the Romans did the Israelites, feeding them to lions, feeding them to different animals in the gladiator arena, crucifying them, all right, beating them, hanging them, all this wicked ass shit that they don't tell you about in the school books, all right? And I remember I had a debate with a teacher. He tried to tell me that there were no black people in the Roman Empire, all right, because his mind was from a point of straight up white supremacy, just like the school book tries to teach, just like all the classes try to teach. It's all based around, the theories and the mindset, basically of Esau. All right, and that's just the truth. All right, that's why you got a lot of Israelites who, they opt to homeschool their children, and then you send your kids in, to the school system, and they get the free prison lunch or whatever. And they end up fucked up. All right, so like it. All right, but hey, just to answer this quick question, because this is a stupid question, this is basically a setup question. Why are black celebrities quoting Hitler and Farrakhan? All right, whatever. There's many things that they're quoting, but she goes on to say that Hitler never said that we were the Jews. That is up for the debate. We believe that he probably made a comment, along the lines of what Amalek was doing, but hey, the 100% facts on who said what, we'll know in the kingdom, but we know what the scriptures say at the end of the day. All right, we know Jake has a zeal of righteousness, and at the end of the day, they make some of the observations which are made in the scriptures. All right, the scriptures tell you about what basically there's going to be imposters, right? Who are them that are the imposters to the real Jews? Then it goes on to talk about the synagogue of Satan, So, hey, somewhere on this earth there are some imposters. Now who is it? Who is it talking about? All right, who's it talking about? Who? Hey, because what it is they're trying to play. They're trying to place it, and we know in the background they're building up a case, building up a narrative. Every time they bring us up, it doesn't work for them to just say, oh, they're bad, they're wrong. Now we're bringing out scriptures because the scriptures say what? Defend the gospel, all right? Edomites come up, they come with the okie doke. We come with the scriptures, defend the gospel, and the whole world sees, boom, boom, boom. And ultimately the elect is going to see the truth in that. But then now they know that we know the scriptures. Now they have to come with, the hearsay, the I'm white and I say so, whatever, which that's a part of what Esau does. They just say some shit. And, just like if I put this video up, if I put her talking up, they could get this video taken down. They could get my channel taken down. But if they put up clips of us, if Esau puts up clips of us for whatever website, they could just leave that up. Oh, it's just for media purposes or something. That's the games that Esau does, man. Let's get into the scriptures, cut them up, and then we're gonna move forward, man, because this is all part of the same shit. All right, but the highlight of what he said, because there are many things that have been said by Jake, but what Negroes are the real children of Israel, not just Negroes, but Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through your father's line. All right, and then you have Israelites who don't look like or don't know that their line goes back to the same people that the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but your spirit resonates with our spirit, all right, which we call the speckled bird Israelites, and that's basically the best of it, all right. When I went through the comments, man, you got a lot of Edomite supremacists, man, who are just proud, all right. And the scriptures say what? He's a proud man and need to keep it at home. And these Edomites, they'll sit there and talk about us, and these people are so violent, but they got a base in damn near every country in the world. All right, they got stealth bombers. They got every other day you're seeing a jet fly through the air. I know I do, some type of fighter jet or something. All right, you're seeing police forces on the ground. Here in Chicago, it's been increased, ever increasing, and they were shit downtown the other day. They had all kind of police, they got ARs, they got shotguns, all that, and they were riding 4 deep, ready to jump out, ready for war. All right, so the point being, Esau's that guy, but he tries to play, like he's not, like he's just the innocent, sweet guy, like a lot of these Edomites on here do. All right, which that's okay, you can do that. You can try to fool yourself or fool people, but the Heavenly Father sees everything. All right. The Lord when the Lord was on the scene, he was able to discern men's thoughts and then rebuke them before they can even act on it or they can say it. All right, so he sees everything, man. And the scriptures say what? The word is a two-edged sword, cutting the marrow and the bone asunder, even to the spirit. So you can't get past the Heavenly Father. Hey, even us, we're men. You can fool us, with certain things, or maybe the scriptures say if it be all possible, the very elect will be deceived. So certain things we're gonna eventually figure out the things that we need to figure out. All right, but hey, at the end of the day, the Heavenly Father knows 100% of 100%. Enough said. Let's go to Nahum. Matter of fact, Nahum 3 and 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. All right, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. Exactly. And that filth is upon them, man. All right, that Epstein shit is still circulating. I saw an article where a judge in the trial, this is what the article said. Her 20-year-old son was killed, all right, and then somebody else got killed too, all right. And that's what happens when you start to, even the movies show you that when you start to unravel plots and plans, and it goes back up to the top, people start dying off. It start being bodies. You know what I'm saying? Hey, people start losing jobs. Things start getting rocked around. All right, Hillary Clinton, she's not even running for this election, man, because there's so much dirt on her. But hey, now they got a so-called new face. Joe Biden, he's not new, but they got a new face, in the front of the party, on one of the wings of this damn eagle or this damn bird, this wicked ass bird. But guess what? It's all the same. All right, and his dirt is gonna come out too, man. He's up here kissing little kids on the lips. But anywho, it says, and it shall come to pass that all they that look, and that's just a small part of it, man. It's so much more. There's so much more stuff. There's so much more stuff waiting to be revealed with these Edomites. All right, because hey, Trump and the current president, is in pictures with this man. All right, on his island. Who knows? God knows what the fuck this guy was doing. Who knows? All right, but anywho, it says, it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? When shall I seek comforters for thee? Right, and we know that's gonna happen, man. The destruction is coming. All right, but right now, you know, and it's picking up speed too. All right, the business loans and stuff. Trump said it's running out. All right, so you gotta figure it out. All right, and it says the scriptures say what? Year of John 8:44, year of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. When you go into paganism, when you go into Satanism, when you go into all these things of unholiness, which the scriptures talk about, these Edomites and all of them. All right, all of them. Look it up. You got pictures and images online. All kind of parties, all kind of weird shit, you know. Emails and all this stuff. This stuff didn't just pop out of thin air. This is stuff that was leaked out. This is stuff that was put out. All right, information to show what's really going on behind the scenes. All right, because that's ultimately what this is about. This government was able to, and this is with Amalek and Esau, you know, together, you know, because that's the Amalek is one of the chief houses of Esau, but Amalek, matter of fact, Amalek is the chief house of Esau. Basically, one of the things they were able to do, the scriptures talk about, you know, they're you know, basically, I want to say the daughter of lies, to paraphrase. Basically, man, they were able to edit so much history and change so many things around, all right? And they were able to, you know, put so many cover-ups in place, edit so much history. You know, they've had free range over the earth, all right? And just now, the cameras are getting out. You know, everybody, pretty much, we're in the wave where everybody has access to a camera, and that's why Jacob's trouble is being shown so heavily, because we are in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble, because everybody has access to record, you know, so you never know what you're gonna pick up. You know, it's information. The scriptures say what? At the end of days, knowledge and wisdom will be the stability of our times. You know, there's so much information out here to review and to look up, and for people to have access to. So now, you know, it's you can't even lie about it. All right. And the big question now is about the whole Semitic thing. Who is Semitic? What does Semitic mean? The scriptures, well, let's get that. Let's jump in there with that. Matter of fact, let's finish this off first, though. Ye of your, John 8:44, ye of the father of the devil, and the lust of your father you would do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. Exactly, there's no truth in him. All right, changing around historical dates. You know, changing around who was where. All these different places where we are. I've gone to different museums around the country, you know, from St. Louis, Chicago, New York, wherever. And one thing that surprises me is just to have a random Jake from a random location. You know, I've seen some from the Byzantine Empire. I've seen some from Germany. You know, I've seen some from Sicily. Seen some from different parts of Europe. You know, just random Jake. All right, but for some reason, the history is never linked and woven together. And when it is like with Ivan Sertima or with some of the other books or resources where Jake reached, then Esau doesn't acknowledge the source. He doesn't acknowledge it. You know, no, that's not true. All right, but you guys, and you got pictures of it, them committing iconoclasm, changing the faces of the images. All right. If we know, Edomites will tell you this. Yeah, the Lord was a Middle Eastern man. Okay, great. What did he look like? His skin was olive. Okay. So why is it a picture of a white man with golden retriever hair in millions of churches across the U.S.? What's up with that? You know, maybe not millions, but hundreds of thousands. You get what I'm trying to say. Why is that? Because you change shit around. All right, you change shit around, and this is why it's important to have elders, because they could tell you some on-the-ground information of what was really going down versus the narrative and the bullshit that the media pushes and they try to cover up. All right, because what Esau will do is, like the scriptures say, they'll seek to please the poor. They'll put out the information. They'll release information on something, you know, from 50, 60 years ago, you know, now that the coast is clear and nobody's really thinking about it, boom, they'll just throw the article out, and then, you know, keep it moving. You know, that's why you look up a subject, you see like a random article. Wait a minute, what is this? All right, like one I saw where the government actually the government utilized the Knights of Columbus, which that's an Edomite organization. Once again, they used them to release some type of gas full of heavy metals on over in St. Louis on the population of Jake that was living there. All right, they used them to release that shit, and then Jake started to get sick. They started to get cancer, but then these Edomites, they'll sit there and talk shit, and all these people are sickly and stuff. Yeah, because you guys doing shit like that. And then they were dropping bombs. There's so many accounts where, they were actually going over the city and spraying different chemicals. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, they were spraying different chemicals on Jake. Even in the country, those Edomites used to see Jake walking around. Some of them being sharecroppers or some of them being whatever, and they'll drop those chemicals on him. And then boom, Jake winds up with cancer 20 years later because they never detox from that. All right, and that's why we call you the devil. All right, that's why I say he was a murderer from the beginning and a bold not in the truth. When he because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father. I'm sorry, I said daughter. He's the father of it. There you go. And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. Right, we're telling the truth. Everything we're saying is fact checked. Everything we're saying is clear and free. You can pull up and read in the scriptures, all right? And all the different parts of the scriptures, which Esau, again, doesn't use. They don't quote scriptures. Are you a Christian who doesn't quote scriptures? The Israelites, all right, were first called Christians over in Antioch, all right? We first called Christians in Antioch, and we had the scrolls, we had all of that, we had all the words of prophecy. Also, another thing too, why are they not go out to the highways and byways? All right, even the Mormons know that, even though all of the rest of the doctrine is completely false. But even the Mormons know that. They'll come out in the streets and tell you their little Edomite supremacist gospel. All right, but anywho, verse 46, it said, "Which of you convinced?" Now, and that was it, man. That was it on that particular point. And this is how you know who you're dealing with. This is 1 John 3:10. In this, the children of the Most High are manifest, and the children of the devil, whosoever doth not righteousness is not of the Most High. Exactly. Neither he that loveth not his brother. Exactly. And all these people want to talk about this brother shit. Brother, black man, and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But they're not doing righteously. Even our people, they'll say Black Lives Matter, whatever. That's like the new wave. We're all brothers. You still got some niggardly shit going on here and there, of course. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, it's just if you're not gonna deal righteously, all right. And why even say that, man? Why? Because what they want to do is, again, they want to fool the people. They want to fool the people, Salakia. And they're seeking to please the poor. All right? Hey, we're all human, because basically they want to get away with what they did. That's ultimately what it is. They want to get away with the shit. They want to be all free and scot clear, But when they see us and we read out this Bible and we give them that work and we give them that truth, oh man. Because deep in their minds, the scriptures tells you what? They believe their kingdom is going to go on forever. All right? The stuff we're saying, doesn't matter if we quote 1,000 scriptures. Esau, in his mind, he believes that they're going to be here forever. They're going to go into space. Eventually, it's going to get to the moon. It's going to get to Mars. All of that stuff. They believe that. They're going to live on different planets. They believe that. They make movies about it. All right? It said, "For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another." And what does the scripture say about love? If you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, he that says he loves the Lord, but keepeth not his commandments is a liar. So if you love the Lord, you can commit yourself to the things he has set up. Point blank, period. Why doesn't Esau do that? Why doesn't Esau declare the law? Why doesn't Esau give more insight on the breakdown of the Torah? Why do they only come out when we break something down, and they only come out and tell us that we're wrong, but then they can't break that down? Nah, man. Nah. It doesn't work like that. All right, give us the answer if we're wrong. Give us the full facts. Who's who? Who's Jacob? Who's Esau? Who's Ishmael? Who's Moab? Where's the breakdown at? All right, because I've heard brothers go into the breakdown on all of that, all the small pieces to the puzzle. Point blank, period. All right, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kagadash. Hey, Bob Babal. Hey, it's not gonna work, man. It's just not gonna work. Because this is kind of the thing now. This is like a money grab now, doing the show, and you come out with the opinion, you got the mic, you know what I'm saying? People are sitting at home, so now you got a lot more viewers and stuff who share your opinion. We don't give a flying fuck about that shit. All right? Some weird ass Edomite, why are they quoting him? It doesn't matter. There are many leaders historically who did some atrocious shit. All right? Not even, I'm not even going to get on the whole aspect of Hitler and the history behind that, because he actually goes back to the Rothschilds. All right, but you know what I'm saying? Quoting him, whatever. If he's right, he's right. Now, if he did some atrocious shit you don't like, that's a whole nother case and a whole nother matter. But if he's right, he's right. All right, there's certain things that certain Caesars say that we know are truth, but many of those Caesars, in fact, are they're Israelites. So, but sometimes Esau can say something, and it could be on too, man. Just like Edomites made that statement, I care not. What does it say? Let me look that up real quick. Okay, here's the quote. It said, what? The time to buy is when there's blood on the streets, right? So that's just who you're dealing with, all right? Hey, Abba Ball. Hey, man, the truth is going to continue to go forth until the Most High determines that the elect is sealed. All right, it's going to go out to the four corners of the earth, and you got more brothers waking up. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kagadash. Hey, Abba Ball once again. Shalom.